Welcome to Bridging Healthcare with Bridget. Kindly subscribe, like, and follow this channel. Hit the bell so that anytime I make a post, you will be the first to know. Thank you. Hi everyone and welcome again. So today I want to discuss something interesting. I don't know what field you have been working. Some people studied law, some people studied, accounting. If your background is the background I came from, when the university gives you what they want to give you and not what you applied for, and then you have to take it because you don't want to stay home. Anyway, now you have graduated from school, as the case may be, or lucky you are just starting. This information is for you. I've sat down, I thought about it. I personally studied agriculture. It's my first degree. Okay, so when I finished from school, I went to the School of Nursing, and then I didn't finish there. I left and then got admission and did agriculture. But I knew that care was in me. Okay, so, first question when you're thinking of health and social care is, do I love care? Is it something I want to do? Am I passionate about people? Am I passionate about structure? Because health and social care is not being, trust me. But then again, it's very rewarding for someone who believes that, one of their purposes is to see people smile, people happy, and that's why I started with my story. A lot of people from different sides of the world have started maybe went into the university with a course that when they graduated, it wasn't really what they wanted to do, or they didn't find interest in that course, or they got bored along the line. And along the line, you started thinking that you like health and social care. You think that health and social care is like where you find satisfaction. Then what is the next step you take? The first thing is you need to understand what health and social care is. A lot of people think that health and social care is those that want to be a doctor, those that want to be, a nurse. Well, health as a big word is talking about taking care of people. Now, it can be being a dentist, a doctor, a nurse. Sick people come to them and then tell them their challenges, and then you give them solutions based on testings, and they've done some research work, and they take blood samples and all that. That is health. Now, but when you want to talk about social care and attach it to health, this is meeting other needs that the doctor has not met. Let me give you an instance. A patient goes to the hospital. He or she was sick, and then he was admitted for a few days. And then this patient is discharged from the hospital. And then this patient gets back home. Doesn't just kick off the energy immediately. That patient needs support. That is where social care comes into play. Or someone is aging and they can't do so many things for themselves. Or someone had a very traumatic surgery, like maybe the person had an amputated leg, or the person is suffering from one particular kind of condition or the other. It actually can be physical, it can be emotional, it can be mental. Now, in this kind of case, these people need care. They need support. And sometimes family members are very busy. See, families are the first point of call for care, for support. But you know what? Family members can be tired too. They have their own life. They have to work. The father has to work to raise money for the family to feed. The mother maybe has to work as well. If it is siblings, they also have their own families and all. And that is where health and social care comes into play. So what am I saying in essence? As an individual, that you feel perfectly fine, you're well, you can stand up, you can walk, you can do whatever, you are strong enough, and you think that you can also meet that need for another person, then you qualify to be a social care worker. But there are trainings that need to be done. So the first decision is it something I'm passionate about? Do I like people? Do I love to meet new people? Am I interested in the well-being of people? What makes me satisfied? Let me give you an instance. You see me, Bridget, when I do something for someone and I'm sure the person cannot pay me back, that gives me satisfaction. When I'm able to meet a need in someone's life and I know that that person cannot even reciprocate, even if they tried, that for me is satisfaction. And more reason when I went into care. And so today I need you to go back and sit down and think about it. This care thing, is it really my thing? Don't do it because everybody is doing it. Don't say, that is the latest. You are going to crumble. Trust me. In 2 days, you will crumble. You will get tired. But it is something that comes from passion. Passion is key. Is important. I'm going to be putting some definitions in the down below, so you can just look at the definitions and understand what care is. But in a layman's language, what is care? Care is the service that you give to people to ensure that they are comfortable, they are satisfied, and they are happy. And most of these people that we meet as social care workers are people that cannot help themselves to do that thing. So when we're talking about health and social care, it's linked because the social care worker also works with the medical personnel. Let me give you an instance. Someone has a sore and they are home, and the sore, the nurses have been coming to dress the sore. Part of the criteria is that sore, maybe water should not touch it. And this person, if they have to take a shower, water will have to touch it. So what is the work of the healthcare assistant? The work of the healthcare assistant is to assist with a strip wash. Beyond that, this person might be in pain. And because of the pain that they feel, they might be depressed. So beyond doing the physical, you also talk to them. You encourage them. You let them know that they will get better. It will be all right. And then you report every changes to the medical person. So the health and social care worker is an intermediary between the client, who is the person you are giving the care to, and the medical team, and probably the social worker, the people that ensure that this care is melted out positively and appropriately. Therefore, what am I trying to say? What's all this rambling I'm making? What I'm trying to say today is, before you think of going into health and social care, is it really, really what you want to do? Do you have passion for people? Do you love people? Do you like, can you help someone have a shower? Someone has an injury that is bleeding. Is it something you can, are you a panicker? Are you the kind of person that panics? Because you know what? You can't panic. If the client is panicking, you yourself, you cannot panic. You have to comport yourself. And that is why you need training. Guys, you need to go through some training. Now, there are some free courses. Some people, I always advise start gradually. There are some free courses you can go up online. I know that when I wanted to start, I started, I first went into Udemy. I checked some nursing assistant, health and social care. Before I even started paying for any course, I did some free courses. That gave me the more. I needed to know if it's something that I'm really dedicated to doing, and you cannot go wrong by learning and training. And so I started training, I started learning. I did some courses on Udemy, like I said. I went to some other sites, John Academy, Florence Academy. They are free courses. Now, they are not the courses that will land you the job, or their certificates might not be solid enough to land you the job. But they will give you the knowledge that you need to start. You see, before you can really become a health and social care worker, you need training. Because if you just jump into the work, trust me, you will make a lot of errors. You make a lot of mistakes. And you don't want to do that, because these are people. These are people's health, people's life. And life is precious. And then you also be able to manage yourself. Because a sick person cannot take care of people. And so, for today's video, I hope you've been able to learn one or two. That for you to delve into the health and social care, you need to search yourself deep. Is this something you really want to do? Can you stand the tenacity of the job? Do you love to see people happy, healthy? Would you go out of your way to ensure that people are completely satisfied with service? Do you want to see people healthy and well? Are you patient? Are you tolerant? These are things you need. You know what? Health and social care is not hard. But trust me, it's not for everyone. You don't want to break. And so, if you're interested in health and social care and you find it fascinating like I do, you need to stick to this channel. Subscribe, like my videos, and click on the bell so that anytime Health and Social Care by Bridget Ezobiako comes up, you will be the first person to know. I'm going to be talking about a lot of interesting things. I will take you through the courses you should take and guide you through. And then we'll bring scenarios and then we'll see how to sort it out. You know what? See me as your big sister in health and social care for those of us that have just started. And those of us that are in, see me as your colleague. And those of us that are ahead of me, see me as your baby sister that is trying to grow. Thank you very much. And see you in the next one. Bye.